After Elle's encounter on her last trip, as soon as she got back to base, all she wanted to do was tear the place apart. Try and find these lost research notes that Joseph must have left behind. However, the base was in a state. She looked around and couldn't really believe that she'd been living like this the whole time. She started to sort stuff out, but she'd been distracted. There was still glass everywhere, smashed windows, and things stacked in cardboard boxes. Before she looked for these research notes and journals, she needed to sort out the base, make it a more pleasant atmosphere. And then she decided after she'd sorted that out, she would press on and look for Joseph's journals. Hello my fellow spuds and welcome back to another episode of Project Zomboid. First things first, before I begin the episode, it's actually a bit of a collab episode. We've got Ambiguous Frog, which is now the name of the frog that we found. We've got Private Lime Juice and Radioactive Duck. So this is from a mod that I actually asked a modder to make for me. The mod is called Everything Has a Name by Arendameth. I highly recommend you have a look at this because it is such a cool mod. Basically, what it does is you can right click on any item in the game. It works for modded and vanilla stuff, and you can just rename it to anything. So I can rename this sword, instead of the massive long-winded thing, Stabby. There we go. So it's a very, very cool mod, and I love it, and I'm probably going to use it in every playthrough going forward because of how amazing it is. But today, as I said in the little intro, we need to clean up our act. Literally, the place is a tip. We've got just stones everywhere, we've got rubbish, we've got just rotting food, all sorts of stuff laying around the place. So I think what we really need to do is just neaten the place up. We need to go through and see if we can find Joseph's journal, see what we can find, and whether he's got any secret journal he hid somewhere in the flat. But right now, there's no point in trying to tear the place apart because we're just going to make more mess and we're going to get lost. What we're going to do is we are going to go and see if we can grab as much stuff as we possibly can, container-wise. So I'm thinking what we should probably do is at least put some of this stuff away that we're not going to need. I don't think we're going to need any guns out right now. We'll put our Ambiguous Frog and Radioactive Duck and Private Lime Juice on the table, and they can just have a whale of a time. Unfortunately, I can't place Private Lime Juice, but he can go on the floor. There you go. So we're going to head off. We're going to go grab a few bits. I'm probably going to take the truck round with me, although that means that I should take propane and things if we need to deconstruct any cars along the way. So I'm thinking like some metal shelving and maybe some little containers to contain our weapons and things. I think that would be quite cool. Right, let us go. Go. Since last episode, I did actually have a look at some bits that we could craft off camera now that we found all those books, which is really exciting. However, basically we are still lacking certain books that enable us to do certain things. For example, the stones, amazing. We could technically start crafting grindstones, we could start making oil presses and all sorts of stuff. However, for that we need bucket of cement, and for that we need the masonry textbook. Really frustrating. If we want to get into gardening, all we need to do is make a couple of bits. However, we need the tailoring workbench to do that, and for that we need a book. And basically that's it. So we are basically reliant on a couple of books, namely masonry, geology, tailoring, and also electrical. I think it's the electrical one if we want to get into that side of things. So really, if we find those 4 textbooks, we could do a lot of crafting, a lot of stuff in Hydrocraft, but without them, a little bit stuck. But it's not the end of the world. It doesn't really matter too much. It's not part of our main objective doing that. It's just a little side thing. So if I can show it off, it would be great, but it's not exactly needed. But anyway, we're going to go down. We don't have to go very far to get this equipment. There's quite a few random shelves and bits and bobs pretty close to where we are, to be honest. There's a little building just here, which has some shelves in it, so we're going to grab those from there. We are also going to try and get some more from around the corner. There's a couple of garages around the corner. Yeah, and after that, we'll go from there. So, take out these couple of zombies, and yeah. Loads of metal shelves in here. dump as many of these as we can in the trunk, and we will keep on going. How much space do we have in this boot? Not a huge amount. Actually, it's basically already full. Okay. Right. And reverse up. Lovely. And let's head back. So already, we've got a decent amount of storage. That's a pretty quick trip. Let's go start setting up these shelves. I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll take out the planter and the comfy chairs on the left-hand side, and then we can set up some storage there instead of where the current cardboard boxes are. I think that'll look a lot better. We could also utilize the flat below us and kind of keep that as a little warehouse. Maybe that would be better to do. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just keep a whole floor for us for storage. We will need to fix that door if we do that, but that gives us a little bit more wiggle room. We can make the actual room that we're living in that much more nicer because it will be living in rather than crafting and everything, and we can keep our crafting station in the flat below us. Right, here we go. So, we need to clean all this up as well, aren't we? Yeah, and also replace that wall. Where should we put this stuff? I suppose just over here for the time being. We could do one there, or we could let's do two. We'll do two like that, and then we'll do another one there, doing like that. I need to make a little like stairs leading up as well in a little balcony area so I can actually see over the top of this, because it is a little bit going in blind every time I go up to there and open that door, because there could be zombies on the other side. We are not there yet in terms of carpentry. We do need to get our carpentry up to level 6 before we can start making stairs. So we're a little way off that, but I do want to get to that point because it would be nice to have that all set up and done. But yeah, anyway, let's place these down. We'll go to sleep, and then we will push on in the morning, go see if we can, go find some more containers. So that one there, like one there. Come on, disassemble large fancy bed. There we go, we got some nails from it, got some planks, exciting. Then we'll place that one, place it there. There we go. That looks all right. That's the start of our little warehouse-ness. Yeah, but we'll sort out the rest of it later on. All we can do for the time being is disassemble these cabinets. And then berries. This is what I'm talking about. We've just got rotten food everywhere. Okay, there we go. Well, that's a little bit better. We still need to do the door and things, but we'll do that in a bit. So, right now, I think we should just grab some food, go to sleep, and then we will push on back to grabbing some more bits in the morning. Right then, morning. Time to go and grab some more containers. We've got Stabby on us. Actually, we should probably rename this. Stabby is the wrong word for a katana. Slashy, and this is more likely to be Stabby. There we go, Slashy and Stabby. Let's go head off with Slashy and Stabby. Quickly knit down here. We're probably going to have to disassemble a couple of cars. Oh, we might be able to get by. Just. Yay, there we go. Really what we want to do is these houses here, this house here, and the couple down here. There's also pallet of pipes. And, oh, God. There's also pallet of pipes and things from the warehouse here that we could grab. So, yeah, interested in getting all this stuff. There's a lot of containers, so I'm keen to grab as many as we can. There we go. I think most of the decent stuff is in the garages. Saying that, though, we could take a dumpster. I didn't bring a crowbar with me, though, did I? No. Okay. This up. Can we just take the wheelie bin back with us as well? That's something. There we go. Have a wheelie bin in the base. Okay, we're already at 120. Not great. Already it's basically full. We'll check out this one. This'll do. Weight is 25. Oh, and it broke. Oh well, doesn't matter. That was the kind of thing I was after, though. If I can find anything like that, maybe the smaller ones that actually act like a little armory, that would be quite cool. We could take the small bin. Let's take the small bin. The more shelves here with an air freshener, and it's not really what I was after. I was after something a bit smaller. We've already got plenty of those types of shelves. Well, that's fine. Keep going down. We'll go into the shed, see what's in there. Anything in here? Okay, just a generator and that. Fine. Okay, we'll try in here. There were a few bits I wanted to grab anyway in here, so we might as well just jump over. Have a look. Oh, we do have a zombie. Just a normal zombie. Arm warmers? Fix them up. Got a tough C. But it looks like we got some lockers, I guess. Lockers will do. Pack of gum. We've also got water. How heavy is it? Oh, it's only 5. Cool. It's fine. It's just good to have a spare. Right, well, we can make our own bookshelf, so I'm not overly fussed about that, but we can't make our own lockers. Well, not easily, anyway. Come on. Okay, we got 1. Okay, and from what I remember, there was a few bits. I think it was it copper pipes that was here? There was something in here that was useful. Pallet of copper pipes. Maybe it's 6. There we go. Okay, that's all right. Let's just go back to the car. I kind of wanted to get into this container, but I'm not even sure if that's really possible now. Same with this one, although I think that one's just filled with rubbish. This one, I think, might have stuff in it. So maybe next time we're passing with a sledgehammer, we'll come and check that out. But for right now, let's try and hop over the fence. Lovely. Go back to base. Oh, I forgot. The storage lots literally next to the base should have all that stuff as well. So that's got plenty of furniture. So I think that's the next trip then. Anyway, that is plenty of stuff for the time being. Go back to base, and then we will get the rest from the little storage lots near the base next trip. And then we will start actually sorting all the stuff out. There should also be some shelves and stuff in the garage here. So we're all right now. We don't need to go any further afield than that. We just need to ferry all this stuff back into the base, set it up, away we go. Right, okay, place item. Let's place that one there. We'll pop that one down just as is. And then we need to get out the locker. Where should we put the lockers? Like against here? Against this place? That'd be decent. We're going to need to remove the wall vines. Oh god, and the blood splatter over here is horrendous. We're going to need to clean this place up. For the time being, let's just cover it up with some lockers. Where's the best place to put this then, I guess? Either side of the picture, maybe? Isn't that going to overlap with that? Okay, it just covers up the light. Right, okay, there's a light behind the locker. That's fine. Okay, so we've got one there. Gonna need to clean this place up. This place is a tip. I think we'll move this wall because it's just a bit pointless. And we're going to need to fix up this wall, get a door there, and just sort this place out. It's disgusting. We'll put the wheelie bin, say, like here for the time being. We'll probably put it somewhere else a little bit later on, but it'd be quite nice to have a bin there. Well, I was saying that, I did actually have 2 bins there. I'm an idiot. Could have just taken them. It's fine. We had a little bit of space. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's go grab a few more bits, and then we will, yeah, head back to base, go to sleep, and we will start sorting out all our inventory, which will be nice. I'm honestly not too sure what to do for Hydrocraft for like the rest of the series. I don't know whether you guys want me to keep trying to explore that side of things, or whether you would rather me just kind of focus on exploring the city a bit more. Just let me know what you'd rather me do, whether you want me to find these books so I can get into Hydrocraft, or whether I should just save that for another series, because I'm happy to do it either way. I'm planning on doing another series with Hydrocraft as the main focus anyway, but it's just the problem that it's so intensive book-wise, and with 10 years later, the chance of actually finding books is so slim. It makes it really, really difficult to sort out. So yeah, just let me know. Oh, there's another propane tank. I didn't even know that was there originally. It's full. Great. Human hamster wheel? You can have a human hamster wheel in the base? That'd be fun. I don't think I've forgotten anything or left anything that I should have done, but probably best to just check. Oh, we've got a soccer ball. Cool. That can be our new Wilson. Now that we can rename it. You're our new friend, Wilson. There we go. Okay, right, we've got this. So hopefully we can pick this up and be successful. It's 37.5% chance to break. Yay! Excellent. Thank you. That's all I wanted, just the one. China cabinet? You'd have a china cabinet. Oh, it broke. Of course it did. Of course it broke. Okay, well, I'd prefer to have this locker than the china cabinet anyway, so hopefully the fact that that broke means that this one's not going to break. I know that's not how it works, but still. Well, exactly, that's not how it works, because apparently it breaks again. Okay, we've got 2 more. Come on, we must be able to get one of these. Yay, there we go. Right, got one. Can we equip in secondary? Now it's not too heavy. But it broke anyway. Okay. We've got this little chest. And it only weighs 3. I'm fine with that. Well, we got a little bit of stuff. Not everything I was hoping for, but we got a couple of metal lockers. We got a small chest. That'll do. We'll put these away, and then I think what we'll do is we'll grab some mannequins. I think that would be good to do. Okay, mannequins. Who do we want? Which you trendy people do we want? I think we have to go for you. You look amazing. You look pretty fancy. You there. There we go. Excellent. Okay, we got quite a few there. Head back to base. Got some more friends. Got a bit more furniture. Can't really ask for any more than that. I was just thinking about it. I'm just going to quickly jump out to see what was in the garage. Oh, there's these little things. How heavy are they? 20. Be cool if we could grab some of these. There we go. And we've got a couple more of the cabinets as well we could technically take, so that's nice. Just get in the car. We'll come back another time. Yeah, we can always go grab them another time. They're really close to base. It's not too big a problem. Right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting this stuff down. I'm going to go to sleep, and I will be back once I have fully kitted out our little warehouse, set everything up, and then, yeah, we can start storing things, which will be great, really. Right, there we go. I think that's pretty good. We've got some little bits where we can store, like, our armor equipment and guns here. We've got all our shelves where we can store all our goodies and things. We've also got some little mechanics bits here that we can store some tools in. It's nice, and we can just put pallets of stuff kind of on the floor in between. We still need to clean the place up. It is disgusting. So we've got the mannequins down. That's put the last mannequin down. Got hands on hip glasses, man. There we go. He's extremely happy. Excellent stuff. So we've now got some friends. Not insulting you, Stabby and Slashy. You're great, but yeah, some human-like friends, I guess, that aren't trying to eat our brains. We need to put down our human hamster wheel. And maybe, like, looking out the window. There we go. Just pretend that we're on it. That's great. Lovely stuff. We need to start ferrying stuff downstairs then, I guess. I think what we could do is just use the trolley. So that's take all them. And then we'll take all the stuff from out of that. All our metalworking stuff. That'll do for the time being. Let's go take these downstairs. Start ferrying everything across. We need to do some carpentry. We need to fix up that door because it still looks horrendous. We need to fix all these walls. We just need to make the place look so much nicer. The place still looks absolutely horrendous. Right, it'd be good if we can actually pack some of these. So let's pack metal pipes up. We will pack the metal sheets up. There we go. So that should be significantly lighter. This thing is just full of stuff. Let's chuck that down. I need to go through all of that because that's just full of rubbish. Let's go grab the rest of it. Keep ferrying stuff down. And that is like all our metalworking stuff in like one side from doing that. So easy packing stuff. That's amazing. So we've got so much stuff. But that's only our metalwork. We've got so much more to go through. But maybe what we'll focus on doing, I can do most of this off camera, but maybe we'll just, we'll make it so that we've got like metalworking with carpentry, we've got all sorts of stuff. I think maybe we'll take one back up with us, because we are running out of space for food, and we've got all sorts of stuff that really needs to be sorted out properly. There we go, and that we've got a little pantry now. Maybe having one more or something, that would be quite cool. There we go, so what we'll do is we'll chuck some foodie bits there. We'll chuck anything that's like spices or cooking equipment in that one. And yeah, I think that's good enough, I think. That's right, I think ammo can go in the left-hand side. That seems like a good plan. We'll have guns in the right-hand side. That also seems like a plan. Obviously, tools can go in a little tool cabinet. That makes sense. And at least doing this way means that we should actually know exactly how much stuff we've got. Because at the moment, I've got no clue, and I just go around hoping that we've got certain things. This way, we should know for definite whether we've got, like, screwdrivers or whatever. So, it's good that we've got this stuff. Right, there we go. That's a lot cleaner than before. A lot neater. Got everything sorted. I think the only thing really is these bits. So, having the empty jugs next to the sink, maybe. And this one propane tank that seems to just be here. But apart from that, I think that's pretty neat. So, let's just chuck the last bits over here, and I'll go and show you what I've done downstairs. Now, obviously, I haven't had time to sort through everything. I'm going to do the rest of that off camera, but all of the cupboards here are still full of random bits and bobs, like tailoring, electrical, blah, blah, blah. But most of, if not all the guns are downstairs. There might be a little bit of ammo left, or like the odd pistol or whatever, but most of them are now downstairs, which is nice. I also need to move the poo out of the clothing washer so that I can actually start utilising that, because that would be really nice to have. Right, we're going to want to remove the wall vines for the time being. There we go. We'll pick up all this. Okay, makes it a little bit nicer. Pick up the broken glass. Okay, then we're going to want to clean blood. Okay, it's a little bit better. Fine. Well, that is most of it cleaned up. I think as good as it's going to get anyway. Right, and in one of these bags, we've got a sledgehammer. We'll grab that out quickly. We'll replace it with the broken glass and the bleach. Destroy that. There we go. Right. We destroyed that wall. Excellent. And we need to make a door frame and, yeah, some other bits. So let's grab them quickly. So, carpentry, door frame. There we go. And we need doorknob and door hinges, which we should also have in our little crafting bit here. There we go. We should now just quickly be able to make a door. Lovely stuff. And we just need to make now a wall. Just there. And there's a rotten frozen Asian meal I'm going to pick up just to clean up the place. And we need one more plank. Of course we need one more plank. I doubt we're going to have any more planks around here. That would be too good to be true. No, we'll have some upstairs. Let's go grab one quickly. So here we go, and make wooden wall level 2. Bizarre. Oh, I didn't realise these were both broken. Oh. Well, just enough. And then we're going to have to get another door, which is going to be a few more planks again. Okay. Nearly done. It's nearly done. There we go. Right. Apparently it's flooding. Is that because we don't have any windows? I'm not quite sure. We've got a slightly flooded warehouse with our electricals in the water. Oh, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. But right now, let's remove some of the vegetation. Right, okay, and remove wall vine. Cool. Right, so that's our balcony cleared, which is nice. We need to start barricading the outside, though, just to get rid of some of this water. There we go. Okay, that's like one window basically done. So, it's all right now. I think this is all right. Obviously, we need to clear out the bathroom, because the bathroom's a state as well. I mean, there's blood everywhere, and there's everything. It's not too bad. There we go. I mean, it could do with some TLC, get rid of the blood and barricade up the windows, but honestly, I'm pretty content with all this. Let's check out the guns. Look how many guns we've got. This is crazy. So many guns. Although we can't even house all our guns ridiculously because we've got too many. We can put that one away. And what we're going to have to do is just place that on top, I guess. There we go. That'll do. Cool. So that is our warehouse basically complete. I know a lot of you have wanted me to do this for quite a long time, so I hope this goes some way to make the base look a little bit better. I think we finally need to get rid of our unhappiness, have a sleep, and then I think we need to go through some of the bits to see whether we can find Joseph's notes. Elle looked everywhere for this journal. She still didn't know if it existed, but she was determined to check. She pulled up the plants to have a look behind them. Nothing. Nothing under the chair either. She even went as far as to take the pictures off the wall. Nothing. She inspected the pool table. Nothing in sight. She even felt around the linings underneath. No such luck. The bathroom was similar. Nothing in the cistern. Nothing in the cupboards. Nothing tucked behind anywhere. No secret compartments. She checked under the bed. Found nothing. Nothing under the mattress. Nothing under the frame itself. At this point, she was beginning to lose hope. She started to remove the arcade machines, thinking maybe, just maybe, there might be something behind them. Behind every one, there was nothing. Until suddenly, behind one of the arcade machines, there was a metal sign on the wall. Upon removing this sign, a notepad fell to the floor. Elle was dumbstruck. There was a notepad here this whole time, meters away from where she slept every night. It was clearly old, handwritten, but it was well preserved, having kept safe behind the metal sign. There was very little damage to it. She bent down and picked it up, and instantly recoiled in horror. The front cover bore a symbol of a branch of the American government, a branch of their military. It was Nexus. She stared at that notebook, not really able to grasp what she was seeing. Even before she opened the pages, her mission suddenly seemed to become clear. Yes, most likely a secondary objective was to find out about these variants. They needed to find out. But why was she sent alone? Why did they send someone who wasn't the most capable, the most equipped? Why did they send her? It became clear. To Nexus, she was a nobody. If she died out in the field, it wouldn't matter to them. And the fact that it looked like Joseph Caldwell's writings were in a Nexus notebook, it meant that Joseph was at some point working with or for Nexus. If even this bit of information got out to the public, there would be uproar, and the organisation of Nexus would be torn down. Cities would be lost. There would be civil war. She just stared at the notebook, knowing that she had to pick it up and read it, knowing that she had to face whatever evil was inside and come to terms with it. The notebook weighed heavy on her as she walked up those stairs, go and read what was inside. As she sat there, the pouring rain outside, she felt cold dread as she opened the notebook. At first, it seemed like Joseph Caldwell's normal writings, nothing particularly harmful, until it started talking about the experiments. As she read further and further in, it became clear that Joseph Caldwell, alongside Nexus, was experimenting with a type of fungus on human test subjects. It was clear that Nexus wanted this as a weapon. Presumably Joseph was also kept in the dark about certain aspects of his experiments. But what was clear from his writings was that Joseph had a direct hand in causing the apocalypse. He felt sick to her stomach. This was someone that everyone back at Nexus idolized. He was a martyr. He was almost a saint in their eyes. He'd saved the world, and they were starting to recover. And with Nexus as their shield, they were confident that they could beat back the zombie plague. With this new revelation, though, Elle's world came crashing down. What was Nexus's real goal? If they'd started this, what was their plan? Did they still plan to weaponize this fungal infection? He wasn't sure. But she kept reading, unable to put the notepad down. Then there was a change in the writing. No longer was it just pure logic. It seemed like Joseph was writing an actual diary, rather than a scientific journal at this point. The first entry like this seemed to be directly after the start of the apocalypse. Him lamenting what he had done, planning to make things right. He knew what he had to look out for. He theorized a way of beating back this disease spreading across mankind. He'd already secretly been working on a cure alongside this weapon, just in case. But it was all theoretical, and it hadn't been tested. Nevertheless, he knew what he needed to get. Elle realised this all made sense, how Joseph knew exactly the type of chemicals and the things that he needed to make this cure. It was clear he'd had an idea of how to do this from the start, but never letting on. It was clear that Joseph's persona was simply a facade. He acted tough, intelligent and cold in front of the other survivors, but it was all for show, and he was clearly breaking down inside, unable to come to terms with what he had done. He described some of his backlife in these entries, how he simply did this out of boredom, but he wanted a thrill in his life, a change. He was already successful in his career, and just wanted some excitement in his life, but it spiraled out of control. The last entry simply said this: "The cure has been made. After all this time, all this effort, lives lost along the way, I've made a cure. I've only found enough materials to make one. I pray that I can make it count. I pray that I can send this off so that someone, anyone out there will be able to make use of it. I just pray that I can get this to another organisation before Nexus finds out. God knows what they will do if it falls into their hands. May God have mercy on my soul." Elle didn't know what to do. She needed some air. She went to get up, but as soon as she did, she accidentally knocked the notepad on the floor. As it did, it turned to a page near the back of the book. On it, all over the page, was writing in a haphazard manner. Repeated, line after line after line, was just the words, "May God have mercy on my soul." Elle crouched down and looked at it, flicking through, page after page after page this was written on, until it got to the very back. He'd clearly been writing this for a long time. Different inks were used, different pens, pencils. Was this his mantra? Had he been writing this every day while he was being here? Elle wasn't sure what to think. She'd met Joseph, only briefly, but he didn't seem like this. But it was the early days when he met him. Maybe he was able to keep up appearances. Who knows? But it was clear that he was a broken man, unable to live with what he'd done. Maybe his plan in going to Fort Redstone, after all, was to sacrifice himself. Maybe it was his way of atoning for his sins. But right now, Elle needed to make a plan. She didn't know what to do anymore. She didn't know what to say. How could she call Nexus up now and tell them what she had found? Was there anyone she could trust to spread the news? She wasn't sure. She had to think. The average person needed to know. But she knew that by doing so, she would risk her own life, as well as her family's. The zombies in the Nexus hazmat suits were sent here with a similar task to her a long time ago. To find this notebook, the proof that Joseph Caldwell had been working with Nexus all along, and that Nexus had directly caused the zombie apocalypse. They wanted this evidence wiped out. Who knows, maybe there was more evidence. Maybe those poor zombies in the Nexus hazmat suits had found evidence of this and had been killed or abandoned their fate. She needed to think on this, play it carefully, and come up with a plan. She wasn't even sure if Nexus would take her back at this point. If there had been previous attempts at finding the notebooks, did they ever let anyone back? She hadn't heard of any previous ventures into Raven Creek, and now she knew why. What had she gotten herself into? Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've liked Wissim, please leave a like and subscribe. A massive thank you to all my Patreons. Drew, David, Clint, David, Aaron, Mikhail, DeBlog, Rye, Len, Andrew, Alex, MBH Nexus, Lord Milord, T Chaos, Toolman, Nacho Cheese, Mikey Soundcloud, King of Thorns, Plasco Cordova, Jonathan Crane, and Skylar Birchwell. Thank you guys. You guys are just amazing. Thank you so much for supporting me in the channel. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are just amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers. Bye-bye.